It's Monte Carlo with history, glamour and a uniquely tight and claustrophobic challenge. One that over the course of a lap sees us tour an entire country. Welcome along to the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1 mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Joe, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Gasly, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Magnussen, Bottas, Norris, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Anthony Davidson alongside me, as always, to talk you through the action. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? I'm also looking forward to seeing the different strategies in play today. Those who are starting on the red marked soft tyre are going to have a little bit more grip early on, but they have to make it count before that degradation starts to set in.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. Is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
Today's drivers are more like Verstappen. The race here at Monaco is something of an outlier. Formula One regulations state that each race on the calendar must feature the least number of laps required to exceed 305 kilometers. Monaco finds itself as the only circuit not adhered to regulations, with drivers being 78 laps in order to exceed 260 kilometers.
Alright everybody, it's time for the Monaco Grand Prix. Who's ready for an absolute thrilling afternoon here? It is I think this is the longest 5 lights I've ever seen in my life. It's lights out and away we go. Verstappen gets a great start here on Charles Leclerc. Leclerc goes into P2, and then we got Zhou, who had an excellent qualifying in the third. Alonso and Russell are side by side into this first sector here. We don't care about Max and Leclerc because we're watching these guys go side by side, and it is pretty much thinned out now for the rest of the grid. Looking like it's a pretty good battle here between Norris and Bottas. Both McLarens having a horrible qualifying. 12th and 13th now they're running. They gotta go extra long in this race to even make it at least close. Right now in the lead of this race is Max Verstappen on hards, with Charles Leclerc behind him on mediums, the home hero. Zhou Guanyu, what a qualifying performance yesterday. Put him up into P3. He put in such an excellent lap. He's driving in the third. Russell 4th in the Mercedes. 5th is Alonso right now. 6th is Perez. 7th is Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. 8th is Hamilton. 9th is Gasly. And 10th is Lance Stroll. We'll see who'll score points here today, but I don't expect much to really happen as it is Monaco. Not much really goes on here, I'm going to be honest, but while we get a beautiful helicopter shot of the marina there. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely glorious. That was a beautiful shot there. Good job, Monaco. Sometimes you're cool. Absolutely nothing has happened so far except George Russell did just hit the wall. Now he's going into the pits on lap 8 here from 4th. That's going to completely ruin his race. Russell is going to be pitting for softs. Wow, I'm surprised he's actually pitting for softs there. That's kind of surprising. He is going for a wing change though. So this is going to completely ruin his race. There is rain forecasted later on, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be very interesting. We'll see who can get onto the inters at the proper time, or maybe even the wets. We'll see. But yeah, this is going to drop Russell all the way down into 20th, dead last, but he's going to be on soft trying to make up a gap here. He'll probably at least make up the wing time change gap. I don't know if he'll be able to undercut Zhou, Leclerc, or Verstappen, but we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see here. Currently on lap 15 right now, and we're going to run through the grid as literally nothing has happened at all with Verstappen in the lead. As you can see, it is getting dark outside. The rain is coming in about maybe 5 to 10 laps here. Charles Leclerc is running in P2. Looks like his medium tires are falling off. About 10 seconds behind Leclerc, we have Zhou. He's still holding off everybody, which is huge for Stake right there. I mean, huge for Verstappen and Leclerc as well, too. As Alonso's trying to overtake him, he just cannot make the move stick. Perez is in 5th. It looks like Alonso... Oh, well, Perez almost hit the wall there. That could have been dangerous. Sainz is running in 6th here for Ferrari. 7th is Lewis Hamilton. 8th is Pierre Gasly. He's pretty far back as well. The Alpine really doesn't have much race pace, but good luck passing here today in Monaco. It's Monaco. You don't pass here. 10th is Esteban Ocon once again. He's probably running the same pace as Gasly. Both McLarens are really being held up by the Alpines here at Piastri. Of Gasly and Ocon. Then we got Bottas in 13th. K-Mag in the Haas is 14th. Hulkenberg is 15th. Ricciardo is in P16, followed by Tsunoda in 17th. Russell is in 18th. Looks like he did dispatch both of the Williams drivers. That's about it. Honestly, the Williams has like absolutely no pace this weekend. They're literally the worst car. So as you can see, it looks like the rain is starting to fall. You can see a little bit of droplets here, and Sainz says he's got a little bit of damage. I think he's coming into the pits. What it looks like, no, he's just pitting away from his medium tires. I think it's way too early for Ferrari to go on to inters. It doesn't look like they are. They're going on to hards for some reason. If I were them, I would have kept their drivers out until at least it's inters weather. I don't know how long the mediums are really supposed to go into this race, but they could probably do a couple more laps here. Sainz is really the only guy to come in. Now on the very next lap, in lap 19, Leclerc is going to be coming into the pits. Doesn't look, I think Ferrari expected the rain to come a little bit earlier, but looks like their mediums are just completely dead. So Ferrari going to be pretty much the only team pitting. I don't know how that's going to work for their strategy. It might work because Zhou has really held up the field pretty well for Leclerc. I don't know how it's going to work for Sainz. He's kind of all the way down into 17th. He is ahead of Russell still, but that's going to move Alonso up to 3rd. Oh, he's really close to Zhou still. Still can't make the overtake. It's almost impossible to pass here, but the rain is falling. Alonso's looking pretty close here to Zhou. I don't think he's going to make the move. It's been doing like they've been going like this lap after lap here as Leclerc does get out ahead of Gasly, so that's huge for his race because the Alpine was incredibly slow. So he's got to build at least 6 seconds to catch up to Perez, who is in 4th now, and then maybe he can make an undercut work on Verstappen, who's got a 17-second lead ahead of him here. Here we got Hamilton. Looks like he just came out of the pits as well too, just ahead of Sainz. That's good for Hamilton. Then we got Tsunoda and Russell there as well. Looks like all these guys did come into the pits, so they're all racing for just as much as they can right now. We'll see. They're going to catch up to Ricciardo pretty soon. Hamilton and Sainz got to just absolutely send it, just go as fast as they can. They got to try and do the big undercut here. Alright, here we go. We got some action here at Monaco as Hamilton is going around the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. And as you guys can see, looks like the rain is falling. The guys on the old hard tires are getting absolutely swamped as Sainz making a beautiful move around the outside there of Daniel Ricciardo. Ooh, right into the casino square over here. Great job there, Carlos and Hamilton, for getting both spots on Sainz there. On Ricciardo there, as you can see, both the new tires are working very well for these guys. It's just how long will they go into this race? The rest of the guys have absolutely no grip, so they're going to be really slow. But looks like Hamilton and Sainz are probably going to just try and make as many moves as possible, really, to try to get up as far as they can. Zhou looks like he just came out of the pits, who was running in 2nd. Now he's in 3rd. Zhou coming out of the pits here. He's on mediums. He looks like he's going bold, really bold, until looks like it's time to go for inters. Zhou is on the hards as well. So yeah, looks like the Ferraris definitely did have to pit. I don't know what both Red Bulls are doing, but Zhou, he's looking really racy here. Oh, I thought he was going to make the move there on the Haas, Nico Hulkenberg, and Hamilton's also ahead of him. So you can see Hamilton and Sainz definitely did get a pretty solid undercut on these guys with the new tires, but Zhou still stayed out in front. Leclerc is now right behind Sergio Perez on the new tires, and Perez is on his old tires, so he might even make the move with the P2. We'll have to see there. Leclerc is so close. Oh, I thought he was going to make the move. That would have been really bold if he made that move there. We're going to stick with Zhou because he is the fastest driver on track right now. He's the only one to pit from hards to mediums. So that's very interesting because I think the mediums are going to have just an insane amount of grip here. As you can see, literally pushing Kevin Magnussen through the corner, and he's trying to make the move on the inside here. Does he make it stick? Oh, he pushes K-Mag into the wall. That was a little bit naughty there for Joe, but I mean, it looks like K-Mag, I don't know, maybe he couldn't brake. He kind of ran out of space. He's going to probably have to pit at the end of the lap here, as Joe is now going to be going after Bottas. We'll have to see what Leclerc can do. I don't know if he's going to get close enough here to Sergio Perez to make a move, as Hamilton and Magnussen are battling right now. They're battling for 11th. It looks like Hamilton make the move. Sainz is now making the move on K-Mag. This could be huge for the Ferrari as well, because K-Mag is looking pretty slow after he did hit that wall. Oh, and he does make the move stick. Good job there for Sainz. Ricardo and Alonso are battling. Looks like Alonso got out ahead. Good job there for, not Tsunoda and Alonso, sorry. That's huge. Looks like Russell is now at the back of the grid again. He had to go into the pits one more time. Again, this is the second pit stop today. I don't know if it was a good move for Russell to go onto the softs. That sucks for him. As Bottas and Zhou now just battled. Looks like Zhou is out ahead. Those medium tires are absolutely flying. Look how fast he's already on the back of Lando Norris on the old hards. These new medium, he's pushing him through the corner. There is so much pace with Zhou right now. With those medium tires, he's absolutely flying. And looks like the McLaren just have no pace with the rain right now. That's not good. Here goes Zhou, makes the move on Lando Norris. Now he's going to set his sights after Piastri. I wouldn't be surprised if he catches him by the end of the lap here, just with the amount of grip these hot medium tires have compared to the old cold hard tires that Piastri's got. Let's see, look how fast. Yeah, Zhou's got insane more speed. Zhou is just making a move out of this race today. He's going crazy, and look, he's already on the back of Oscar Piastri. I believe he's going to have DRS. It is still enabled here, as Piastri's crawling around this corner. Zhou has just so much more grip. He's already going around the outside. Great job for Zhou. He's going to go around the outside of Piastri. I assume he's going to outbrake him as well. He does. Looks like Zhou up into P7. On to lap 25 now. Looks like Verstappen's finally going to be coming into the pits. Unfortunately, Leclerc could just not get ahead of Perez. That Red Bull is just good enough on its tires just to stay ahead. But Verstappen finally going on to inters. Looks like everyone else is going to be boxing stuff for inters as well, as Verstappen's got a massive lead. Looks like they chose the right strategy today with starting on the hards. They were able to go as long as they could to hold off until the rain. The rain definitely came later than expected. But yeah, Perez probably going to be coming in at this lap. Verstappen's got a clear gap right now in the lead. As Perez is coming in, Leclerc's going to be coming in. I'm sure Gasly's going to be coming in as well. He stayed out. Lance Stroll also stayed out as well. He's going to be coming in. Looks like everybody's going to be coming in here. We'll see who's got the better pit stop, Zhou or Perez or Leclerc. Looks like Perez did get out ahead. Those three are going to probably take the podium today, Verstappen, Perez, and Leclerc. I feel like this is going to be the top three now. I don't even think Leclerc's going to overtake Perez, because in the wets, you're not passing anybody here in Monaco. Gasly, fourth. Stroll. Lando Norris is staying out. Why would he be doing that? There is absolutely no way that Lando Norris should be staying out right now on these hard tires. He was slow before, and now he's... I can't believe Lando Norris stayed out. That's crazy. Gasly is out. Lance Stroll is in 6th. Ocon 7th. Looks like Piastri's staying out. Who's this? Who is that? Albon stayed out too. What are they doing? We're gonna stay on board right now with Lando Norris. See what's going on here. I think this is a horrible decision from McLaren. They put Piastri in, but they didn't put Norris in. I guess they were too close to double stack. That's probably what happened. But look how slow Piastri's going. We're just gonna see Gasly. We're gonna go on board with Gasly, see how fast he catches up to Lando Norris. He's already 4.3 behind, 3.7. 3.4. He's gonna be on the bumper of Lando Norris by the end of this lap here. I don't know what McLaren was thinking. I think Norris, actually no, Piastri was the lead driver, so it does make a little bit of sense. He's already 2.3 behind, but yeah, Norris just going so slow. He's got absolutely no pace with those old, cold, medium tires in the wet. And look at that, Gasly's already behind. He's already making the move on him. That's how bad the tire difference is right now between the inters and the starting hards. They tried to go bold, definitely didn't work here. He's already a pit stop behind. Look at Piastri. He's already pretty much right there. He's already passing Albon, who also stayed out. Piastri's going to be way ahead of Lando Norris now. Ooh, this is a pretty good battle right now in Monaco. Good job there, Piastri. We got Hamilton and all these guys battling. Lando Norris is going to be coming into the pits, thank goodness, because he really needed that. Because else he'd be kind of screwed. I believe Albon's probably going to be coming in as well. He's holding up this whole grid as well here too. Is Albon going in? Yes, he is. So that's going to free Hamilton and Carlos Sainz and literally every other driver. I think it's a big train right now. Yeah, it is. The big train at the end of the grid here. Then we got K-Mag at the back. Once the pit stops are done, we're going to run through the grid here. All right, it's lap 30. We got about 9 laps to go. Verstappen has a 27-second lead in front of Sergio Perez. I mean, Yeah. Charles Leclerc is behind Perez in P3. Looks like the Red Bull's probably a little bit better in the wet than the Ferrari here. Leclerc probably had an easy P2, but he did start on medium, so he did have to pit earlier. Gasly is running into 4th in that absolute boat of an Alpine. He stayed out really long. So did Lance Stroll. He did very good as well. Even Joe has been looking pretty quick all day today, but Gasly and Stroll, man, they started on hards. They went super long just like Verstappen and Perez. They're really benefiting from this late rainstorm. Ocon, he also stayed out. He's in 7th. Piastri is running in 8th here. Hamilton is running in 9th. He's looking pretty solid. He is holding up literally everybody else here, but looks like nobody else is going to pass, so that absolutely sucks. Bottas is in 11th. Alonso, he had a great start to the race, but he went pit early. He's in 12th. Hulkenberg's running in 13th. Daniel Ricciardo in 14th. So, Lando Norris in 15th. Like I said, he had a terrible strategy today. Sonoda's in 16th. Sargent's 17th. George Russell has had a brutal race so far. He's in 18th. K-Mag in 19th. And Alexander Albon is way behind in 20th. And Verstappen is going to be lapping these guys soon, so this could be a little interesting. I doubt Perez or Charles Leclerc will catch up, but we'll see. Yeah, absolutely nothing has happened since the last time we checked up. Verstappen is lapping everybody and Perez is gaining, but I mean, Verstappen is literally blue flagging people and trying to pass them. It's the last lap here. Verstappen has a 24-second lead in front of Sergio Perez. He's literally lapping. He's up to Alonso now. He's lapped all the way up to 12th, which is hilarious. As Hamilton is just so slow. He's held up this pack this entire second half of this race here just for P9. Looks like Sainz is going to get the final point for 10th. As Verstappen just literally blue flags everybody and laps them. And you can see Alonso's now moving out of the way. This is actually a good spot for Alonso to move out of the way here. So Verstappen still completely dominating this race. Leclerc would have been up there if he did start on hards, I believe. For the first time ever, Ferrari didn't start on the hard tires. Like, who would have thought? Yeah, but Verstappen, rounding the last couple of corners here, I don't think he really needs to blue flag these guys anymore, but he might. He still might. We'll see. But it is the last lap, so Verstappen going to take the win here today in Monaco, which, I mean, not the most thrilling race. Thank God for the rain, which did shake up the grid just a little bit. I mean, it's probably the funniest results we've had so far with Gasly in 4th and Lance Stroll in 5th. Lance Stroll, wet weather master. You love to see it. He had a great day today, but Verstappen rounds the final corner to win in Monaco. Domination today for Verstappen. He wins in Monaco with Perez rounding the little swimming pool chicane over here. He's going to be coming in P2 with Charles Leclerc in 3rd. Gasly is in 4th. Lance Stroll 5th. Zhou Guanyu, great job in 6th. Esteban Ocon in 7th. Looks like Zhou is just sliding through that corner there. Piastri doing pretty solid in the McLaren in 8th. Hamilton in 9th. And Carlos Sainz going to round out the points to finish in 10th. With Verstappen lapping everybody down there. As you guys can see, that's hilarious.
The one that everyone wants to win, and they've only gone and done it. What a fantastic result here at Monaco. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack, and having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.